The movie opens with a tense, chaotic scene as Joanna tries to get her younger brother Michael into a house. Their father is yelling at Michael, calling him a freak and threatening him, while Joanna desperately tries to intervene and protect Michael, who appears to be autistic. The father asserts his dominance, claiming Michael as my son and refusing to listen to Joanna's pleas. Michael is clearly distressed and the scene ends with Joanna shouting at her father to get out. The narrative then shifts to Joanna's daily life set against a backdrop of a pop song. She's running late for work and receives a call that forces her to cancel her current plans. We soon learn the urgency. Michael has been kicked out of his current care home. Joanna arrives at a formal meeting with the care home management, who accuse Michael of breaching their code of conduct and leaking confidential account information to the press. They insist he leave immediately. Joanna vehemently defends Michael, arguing that he couldn't have been the one who leaked the information and pointing out that the care home itself was stealing money from residents. The management dismisses her concerns, suggesting Michael would be better off living with you. Despite her protests and threats of legal action, Michael's placement is terminated and he must leave that day. Joanna, now facing the immediate responsibility of caring for Michael, is also dealing with her own work crisis. Her boss Derek is already furious about her tardiness. She manages to negotiate a 2 o'clock deadline to arrive at work or face being sacked. On the bus with Michael, she tries to explain the situation using simplified language to describe her bad word boss and the reasons for their predicament. Michael, however, is fixated on the care home injustice and asks if Joanna is cross. He believes the wonkers at the care home should face justice, showing a strong sense of right and wrong. Joanna, more jaded, tells him it's not how the world works. Michael expresses a desire to be a crusader for the truth like Piers Morgan, a statement Joanna dismisses, calling Morgan an attention-seeking worst word. A sudden realization that they've taken the wrong bus leads to a familiar argument, culminating in Michael's distress over his phone charger, triggering an autistic meltdown. Joanna calms him down with a squeeze and they reconcile. They arrive at Joanna's workplace, a towering corporate building where she works as a cleaner. Since Michael can't stay home, he has to wait at her job. Joanna introduces him to Big Ron, a friendly security guard who promises to keep an eye on Michael and even helps him with his phone charger. Michael, overwhelmed by the crowds and the upcoming party, asks if he can come with Joanna or get a job there, but she insists he stay with Big Ron, promising to talk about their living arrangements later. Meanwhile, preparations for a major corporate gala are underway. Joanna overhears snatches of conversations from the high-powered executives, including the Milton's owners and CEOs of Agnian Energy. They are concerned about the gala's logistics and their public image. Joanna's colleague Helena, who is heavily pregnant, is also cleaning, enduring condescending remarks from one of the executives, Gerald. Joanna finally clocks in just before her 2 o'clock deadline. Derek, her boss, immediately starts to harass her, accusing her of being late and full of shit and forcing her to clean a bird strike on a high-level panel. Joanna protests, calling it borderline harassment, but Derek remains unyielding. Her colleague Noah expresses sympathy for Michael's situation and concern for Joanna, suggesting she take Michael somewhere nice after work. Later, Joanna has a run-in with Gerald Milton in the lift. He complains about a lippy cleaner, clearly referring to Joanna, and demands that her line manager be called. Joanna shrugs it off, but the incident highlights the power imbalance. The Miltons are being interviewed for a video about Agnian Energy's commitment to sustainability and clean energy, spouting corporate platitudes. Joanna and Noah watch the video, with Joanna commenting on its exorbitant cost. Derek, still micromanaging, contacts Joanna through her earpiece, ordering her to clean the bird strike. Joanna, frustrated, argues with him but eventually agrees. As Joanna works on the high-rise windows, Michael unexpectedly appears, having found his way to her. Joanna is furious, fearing she'll be sacked. They argue, Michael accusing her of not wanting him around, and runs off. Joanna, worried, tries to follow him while Derek continues to demand she finish the bird strike. Derek, using his override, traps Joanna's cleaning platform, forcing her to complete the task. Back inside, the gala is in full swing. Jeffrey Milton gives a speech about Agnian's values of sustainability and responsibility. As he speaks, a group of masked individuals, Earth Revolution, interrupt the event. Their leader, revealed to be the lippy cleaner Joanna encountered earlier, announces they have taken control of the building. They jam all communications, lock doors and lifts, and assert their dominance. The group systematically identifies the executives present, mockingly listing their perceived vices. They demand to know the whereabouts of Gerald Milton, who is found in an apartment with a woman. The leader, who Joanna recognizes as a fellow cleaner, reveals their true motive. They are there to expose Agnian Energy's criminal activities. She shows a video of a devastated ecosystem in Laguna Taraco, accusing Agnian of dumping billions of gallons of waste there. She then reveals the story of Elena Lanza, an activist who was murdered in prison after attempting to expose Agnian's involvement in the Taraco pipeline sabotage. The leader states that the world has done nothing, but tonight Agnian will be held accountable. The Miltons deny the accusations, but the leader asserts that they will provide the proof themselves. In the chaotic aftermath of the Earth Revolution takeover, Jeffrey Milton defiantly calls his captors cowards, only for Noah, the leader of the eco-terrorist group, to swiftly counter, highlighting their own experiences facing violence in the Amazon and against whalers, asserting that he is merely a fat, ugly man in a suit in comparison. Noah then lays out his demands. Jeffrey must hand over his passwords to Z, who will expose all of Agnian's illicit secrets. Following this, Jeffrey must confess his crimes publicly, causing Agnian's stock to plummet. Noah promises release only if they comply, making it clear he is not responsible for what happens afterward. Jeffrey attempts to negotiate, offering a platform for their cause, but Noah retorts that Jeffrey himself is the platform. A tense argument erupts between Noah and Marcus, another member of the group. Marcus, who previously preached nonviolence, is enraged by Noah's willingness to kill. Noah in turn reminds Marcus that he was the one who got them inside the building, implying Marcus's hearts and minds approach was ineffective. Their heated exchange is cut short when an SOS signal lit by Joanna from the cleaning cradle is spotted by the police. Noah realizes someone went old school and orders C to send a message to the police about hostages while his team searches for the cleaner. Joanna, still stuck on the cleaning cradle after Derek's override, finds herself in a precarious position. Gerald Milton, who had also been trying to escape, is captured. Noah, furious about the SOS, scolds Gerald for his failed escape attempt. Marcus tries to intervene, urging Noah not to kill, but Noah, now completely unhinged, declares his new leadership. He then executes Marcus, announcing that people are the problem and that this isn't a revolution but a reckoning. He orders C to stream his new message to the building's guests, proclaiming a new management and revealing his true extremist ideology. As police helicopters and SWAT teams converge on the building, Noah remains unfazed. He plans to use explosives and is confident that the truth will come out, even if it's accompanied by violence. Meanwhile, Joanna is still suspended outside the building, grappling with the shock of Derek's death, which she realizes Noah was responsible for. Noah calls her, gloating about her predicament and revealing that Michael, her brother, is still in the building, mocking Joanna's past neglect of him. Inside, Minister Denise Slater is forced to confess to accepting bribes from Agnion to obstruct an inquiry. Police intelligence identifies Joanna as an ex-Army SRR operative with a troubled past, but her recent actions, firing shots into the street, not at people, suggest she's not a cold-blooded killer. Joanna manages to contact Superintendent Claire Hume, the ground commander, and warns her about the true nature of the siege. Noah is a dangerous terrorist and Michael is trapped inside. She begs Hume to get inside and rescue Michael. Hume's team quickly identifies Noah Santos as a former member of the Seventh Harvest, an anti-humanist group that views humanity as a blight upon the world. They learn that Noah connected with Marcus Blake, the leader of Earth Revolution, who was arrested and killed after the Laguna Terrico facility attack. With Blake dead, Noah's extreme views have taken over. Noah, now confident in his control, contacts Hume, revealing he is wearing a dead man's switch linked to his pulse, which will detonate the building if his heart stops or if police try to enter or cut the power. He forces more executives to confess their crimes on video, showcasing Agnion's systemic corruption. He rejects Hume's pleas to release the innocent staff, stating they are enabling parasites. When Hume attempts to send SWAT officers into the building, Noah detonates an explosive, killing 5 officers, demonstrating his ruthless resolve. Joanna, now inside the building, overhears the police communication about Noah's dead man's switch and his plan to blow up the building. She devises a plan to confront Noah and disable the switch herself, while Hume focuses on evacuating hostages. She sends Michael down in a service lift, instructing Hume to take care of him. The climax builds as Joanna confronts Noah in the control room. She had bluffed to Michael about getting Noah's Infinity Stones, the files, to trick Noah into coming after her. As Noah rants about humanity being a plague and expresses his desire for total extinction, Joanna reveals she has the drive with the confessions and Noah's extremist manifesto, which she plans to release to the world to ensure his true motives are known. Noah, enraged, tries to retrieve the drive. In a tense struggle, Joanna manages to hit Noah, causing him to fall to his death. The dead man's switch activates, but Joanna, having anticipated this, manages to sever the connection just in time, preventing the explosion. Michael is safely rescued by the police. Joanna, though exhausted, is hailed as a hero. She later confesses to Hume that she was bluffing about not having the drive. She actually does have it. The movie concludes with news reports about the Earth Revolution leaks revealing a tsunami of corruption in the energy industry. Joanna and Michael are seen relaxing on a beach, having successfully exposed Agnion's crimes. Michael asks if the Miltons will go to jail, and Joanna hopes so. He then muses that Piers Morgan would eat his heart out, and Joanna agrees, reflecting on the profound impact of their actions. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.